Hello and welcome to National Focus. I am Julian Morris. In the headlines, 14-day period begins for nomination of candidates for president. Soft launch of services at Marigot Hospital. And the Ministry of Agriculture hosts workshop for implementation of Biodiversity project. The details of the headline stories and more when we return.
Friday, October 27th, Popcorn, Michael Henderson, DJ Stacks, Vibe, Patrice Roberts and the A-Team, TK International, Night 2, Saturday, October 28th, Barry's Hammond, Taboo Combo, Gordon Henderson, Silk All-Stars, Joella Sewell, NG, Jean-Luc Guanel, Medi Christos, Joe Boy, Ezra, The Fun Machine, and Jiggy, Esa Bantan. Night 3, Sunday, October 29th, the grand finale, Ecstasy Band, Marshall Montano, Midnight Groovers, Jada Kingdom, Signal Band. For more information and ticket purchases, visit the official website at dominicafestival.com. Don't miss out on the World Creole Music Festival 2023, a celebration of legacy.
I love the freedom when I'm out there. Simply put, the worries from shore. None of that out there. And it's my daily bread. I learned it from my dad. My dad is one of the senior guys here who catch the biggest fish around here. And he's top with the red snappers. It's a family thing. I'm the only one fishing right now in the family. Just keeping it going. I enjoy bringing them up, man. Sometimes you have a yellowfin tuna, 400 pounds. Man, let me tell you, that's just a joy out there. I enjoy going out there and just holding the big fish. I don't lift weights, I lift fish. The morning of my fishing trip, I would get up, make a little spiced tea. Then I come down here. I have my GPS, which most fishermen are supposed to have that. Normally I prepare the day before, because whenever you're going out there, you must have ice. Ice is a must for preservation of the fish. So I always make sure I have everything the day before. My fish represents me, and I bring good quality fish ashore simply because the restaurants themselves, they have to show a quality product. Tourism and agriculture go hand in hand, that's what I think. We're all connected. It's like a big machine, and I'm just so proud to be a part of it. My name is Brandon Carlisle, and tourism is my business.
Welcome back. Prime Minister the Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit has written to Speaker of the House of Assembly Honorable Joseph Isaac, informing him that Leader of the Opposition Honorable Jesma Paul is not in agreement with his choice of nominee for President. The Prime Minister has put forward Mrs. Sylvanie Burton as his nominee to replace His Excellency Charles Savre, who is due to demit office in October. As there is no joint nominee, the Constitution provides for members of Parliament to nominate suitable candidates within the next 14 days.
19.2 says, if the Prime Minister and the Leader of Opposition submit to the Speaker by writing under their hands a joint nomination of a candidate for election as President to which that candidate has consented, the Speaker shall inform the House of the nomination and declare that candidate to have been duly elected without putting the question to a vote. But question 19.3 says, if the Prime Minister is unable to agree with the Leader of Opposition as to their joint nomination of a candidate for election as President, he shall notify the Speaker to that effect, and the Speaker shall inform the House accordingly.
When Parliament met on Tuesday, Speaker of the House of Assembly, Honorable Joseph Isaac, made reference to the provisions in the Constitution which stipulates putting the matter through a 14-day period during which the Prime Minister or the Leader of the Opposition or any three members of the House may, during the 14-day period, submit to the Speaker in writing nominations of candidates for election as President. At the first meeting of the House following the expiration of that 14-day period, the Speaker shall inform the House of the nominations he has received and to which the candidates have consented. This process will be followed by a vote. According to the Constitution, such an election must be done by secret ballot, and nominations must be addressed to the Speaker of the House, accompanied by the written consent of the nominee. The government of Dominica will officially commission the $40 million state-of-the-art Northeast Regional Hospital in Marigot later this year. The government of Dominica will officially commission the $40 million state-of-the-art Northeast Regional Hospital in Marigot later this year. The institution, which will open in October, had a soft launch of certain services on Monday, September 11, 2023. With this new facility, the government of Dominica is fulfilling its promise to the people of the Northeast to include Marigot, Concord, Kalinago Territory, Wesley, Woodford Hill, Palm Tree, Calibishi, Benz, Anstey and the Douglas Charles Airport. The hospital is fully funded under the Citizenship by Investment Program, or CBI. The 75-bed hospital will provide a wide range of services to include ambulatory care, emergency care, intensive care unit, maternity and pediatric care, lab and radiology services, and trauma center. Phase 1 of the soft launch of services at the hospital will include specialist services and urgent care.
The specialist clinics will comprise for the moment of pediatrics, internal medicine, general surgery, orthopedics, and gynae obstetrics. So the clinics will be, the service will be provided weekly, meaning every specialty will provide a clinic on specific days, a schedule that will be handed out to the staff of the new hospital, of course, so that they can direct the individuals necessary for each clinic. And in terms of the clinics, they will be handed down based upon referrals from the doctors, not only here at the hospital, Marigot Hospital, but the Dominica China Friendship Hospital, based upon the necessity on accessibility, proximity for the people of this area. That in turn will be helping to facilitate, to alleviate the pressure from the normal clinics at the Goodwill Hospital.
Dr. Tora Breedy explained what services would be available to patients in terms of the urgent care.
What conditions are we going to attend to? We're going to attend to immediate illness that can become life-threatening. Okay, we will see everybody, but the urgent care is really to attend to immediate conditions that can become life-threatening. For example, you have bites by centipede, snakes, broken bones, asthma, red eyes, and so on. So you are not feeling well, you have something that is bothering you, you come here.
Dr. Brady will be using a number of diagnostic services in the treatment of patients.
The X-ray, we are going to do X-ray here. We are going to do lab tests, like the complete blood count. We are going to do urine analysis, pregnancy tests. We are going to do chemistry tests and coagulogram tests. Those are the tests we are going to be doing here.
Patients will be treated and managed where admission is necessary. They will be transferred to the Dominica China Friendship Hospital, but that only obtains during the first phase of the rollout of the services.
In the coming months, we will be rolling out the other areas, such as maternity, inpatient, surgery, intensive care. So while we are today launching the first phase, we are aggressively pursuing the second phase, which will be rolled out, and everyone will be updated as to when we will fully commission this facility.
In addition, there is a well-equipped lab and maintenance team to address all plant and facility issues that may occur. Mrs. Nicole Laville is Director of Engineering Services with the Dominica Hospitals Authority.
Where urgent care will take place is in the whole accident and emergency department. So that department will comprise of an X-ray, a room for X-rays, 2 emergency rooms, an area for triage, an area for observation and treatment. We also have outpatient clinics. So there are 2 rooms where consultations, medical consultations will be held by the specialist, and with the outpatient clinic, we'll also have the treatment and dressing rooms as well. So persons with dressings, wounds, and so on, the outpatient clinics will be available. We also have a pharmacy. So we have an area for the pharmacy storage, an area where dispensing will take place. So medication, you can come for your medications at the Marigot Hospital.
This facility holds special significance for the people of Marigot, who no longer have to leave their community in search of medical care.
This not only help facilitate the healthcare on the Northeast, but also facilitate the Douglas Charles Airport. We know we all need healthcare in close proximity with the airport, and convenience for our people on the Northeast, especially the Kalinago people at Kingston and Dominica, to the extent when they are traveling. But Margot people will welcome this soft opening, as we do not have to travel to Wesley in our sea salt, but we'll be having our soft opening here, so we don't have to travel too far, no more.
There is no question that the presence of the new hospital will generate economic spin-offs for Marigot and the Greater Northeast.
When it comes to housing, restaurant owners, basic cares, everybody needs their basic needs to survive. So this will be an economical boost to the Marigot public especially. So we, the Marigot residents, can capitalize on this, not only for restaurants and rental area, but also to capitalize to get work in the area, as simple as gardening, domestic workers. We need nurses, doctors, so we urge that people in the surrounding area, especially Marigot, can capitalize on this establishment at the Marigot Hospital.
As the services continue to be rolled out, there is expected to be a number of job openings at the Marigot Hospital, including jobs in medicine, radiology, domestics, housekeeping, security and culinary services. Julian Morris for the Government Information Service. The Project Implementation Unit of the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries, Blue and Green Economy, together with the Ministry of Environment, Rural Modernization, Kalinago Upliftment and Constituency Empowerment, hosted a one-day workshop in the Kalinago territory in preparation for the implementation of the GEF-funded Leveraging Ecotourism for Biodiversity Protection project. The workshop took place on Monday, September 11 at the Kalinago Barana Ote in the Kalinago territory. The workshop aimed to bring the Kalinago people up to date with the pending start of the project, to discuss ways and means of developing synergies between this project and the other development projects already under consideration for the territory, to avoid duplication of activities across projects, and to identify challenges to implementation and, critically, to maximize the use of scarce resources. Minister for the Environment, Rural Modernization, Kalinago Upliftment and Constituency Empowerment, and a Member of Parliament for the Salibia constituency, Honorable Kozia Frederick, says they are excited to be part of this project.
We're excited in the Kalinago space to be part of the conversation as it relates to biodiversity. It's something that's very dear to us. We have had many practices within the space that helps to inform what we do understand as biodiversity on the island. As indigenous people, we understand that, and it's important that we are part and parcel of any project. So I'm happy that we could do this community consultation to ensure that the people are aware of what we do at the government and technical level, and also what is being done with the resources being made available for the project. And so we do have past Kalinago chiefs here. We have people who are from the space who have been in the council in various governance position. Also, we have young people who are agronomists here, and as the conversation continues, we hope that we all partner in this to find best solutions and moving forward to ensure that we keep the Kalinago space intact, but also more importantly, how does that inform the rest of the island, and hoping that we could have some best practices here that can be developed to be shared with the rest of the island.
Representative of the PIU, Mr. Ronald Charles, says the community meeting was important to eliminate any issues before commencement of the project.
We're about to deliver on that project. Project has been approved, funding is in place, but we wanted to go over some of the deliverables, given the fact that time, a considerable amount of time has passed since the project was developed and the funding became available. And so we are about implementation phase. So we brought in a number of individuals here this evening, and we discussed how we go about delivering on the project. We wanted to eliminate duplicates, meaning that we don't want to do one thing twice, meaning given the number of project proposals for the Kalinago territory, and many of them capturing the same activity or the same issue. So we wanted to identify some of those issues which are common across the various projects, and to eliminate them, because we are ready to go and we have the funding.
Government has signed a memorandum of understanding with the Common Earth and the Cloudburst Foundation for the establishment of the Common Earth Regenerative Development and Applied Scientific Research Institute in Dominica. The overall aim of the institute is to increase citizens' economic potential in areas of innovative science related to the Earth's oceans, land, biodiversity, and culture, and strengthen national resilience to climate change and severe climatic events. The institute will serve as a center for scientific research, development, and innovation in areas consistent with Dominica's National Resilience Development Strategy and its Climate and Resilience Recovery Plan. Common Earth is a UK-based charity whose purpose is to deliver regenerative development, including the repair of ecosystems within the framework of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, whilst the Cloudburst Foundation is a non-profit organization with a mandate from the Commonwealth Secretariat to implement the United Nations 2030 Sustainable Development Agenda by supporting regenerative development within all 54 countries of the Commonwealth. Common Earth will partner with the Israeli-based University of Haifa and the Dominica State College to deliver a new curriculum at the DSE with subjects related to marine and ecological environments, including marine sciences, marine regulation, and marine engineering. Classes in marine science and maritime engineering are projected to begin in January 2024 at the DSE in collaboration with the University of Haifa via distance learning. You are watching National Focus. More when we return. Welcome back. With the commencement of the 2023-2024 academic school year, Minister for Education, Human Resource Planning, Vocational Training and National Excellence, Honorable Octavia Alfred, paid a visit to the Grand Bay Primary School on Monday. Students of the Grand Bay Primary School returned to their school last week for the first time since the passage of Hurricane Maria. Minister Alfred says special arrangements are in place to accommodate the 181 students of the Grand Bay Primary School while the final restoration works continue.
From Wednesday, maybe up to the end of September, I'm taking a little spin around now, especially to the schools where we have a new arrangement or a different arrangement. So this morning I came to see how Grand Bay Primary is doing, settling in, because they were at Grand Bay Secondary in the afternoon shift, and we try to accommodate them. The work at Grand Bay Primary, as you can see, it looks good, but the work is still not complete. We have finishing touches to do, but we arrange space for the students so that they can be at their school doing a morning shift. Up to 2 they will go, and in the afternoon the work will continue.
The Grand Bay Primary School is expected to be completed by the end of 2023. However, the learning environment has been well equipped to facilitate students.
We are hoping that the work at Grand Bay Primary will complete by the end of the year, and so we can have the kind of a, not a commissioning because not a new building, but we will have a ceremony because we are going to rename this school after Edward Regis, Honorable Edward Regis from Grand Bay, who served in his community at all levels and also in Parliament. So we are hoping that the work will complete, but the children, they're in a safe place, they have washrooms, they have hand washing stations, and as we can go visit them as soon as they settle down. We have made it quite conducive for them to continue their learning in their environment.
Principal of the Grand Bay Primary School, Mr. Evans James, expressed gratitude for the efforts made by the minister.
I was shocked when I saw the minister today because I know she's a very busy person, but she has been in contact with me and she never told me she was coming to Grand Bay. So seeing her this morning was a little shock, and the children were very happy to have her. She being at the school this morning means a lot to me, and it tells me the passion that she has for education and for the children in the country. It is one thing to tell you how things are, but to come and see it yourself, it's a different thing. And I was very happy that she saw what is happening at the school. And I will continue working with her. If I have any problems, I will go through the protocol, but we talk well, and I'm happy that she was able to address the children, the teachers, and the parents at the assembly this morning.
Minister Alfred plans to visit schools with new arrangements such as Bellevue Chopin Primary School, Baroness Patricia Scotland Primary School, and the Northeast Comprehensive Secondary Schools, among others, throughout the month. A number of housing developments are in the pipeline for the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development. A recent site visit to Tibo confirmed that plans are being settled to erect an apartment complex to improve the quality of living for people in Tibo. Though in the preliminary stages, Minister for Housing and Urban Development, Honorable Melissa Popon-Skerrit, says this project is expected to change the lives of the people in that area. She says the apartment units will be of similar designs to the City Breeze apartments in Roseau.
It will be a combination of commercial spaces and residential spaces. So we just took a walk up to the location where we are going to explore the options of erecting a beautiful structure for the residents of Tibo. My team from housing is here with me, and of course we're in the preliminary stages, so we're going to go through the survey plans and so on and so forth. We have to acquire the lands, but this is what is in the cards for Tibo as housing is concerned.
Meanwhile, parliamentary representative for Tibo Prime Minister the Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit has already begun discussions with landowners for the acquisition process.
Tibo is a very small community with very little land available for expansion or for construction. So luckily I've been able to speak to some landowners in the community, and we put in a number of different lots together in a contiguous manner to allow us to get some space to do some housing for the residents in Tibo. So I know the Minister for Housing and her team went there to do the inspection so that the Land and Survey Department can follow up with the necessary processes involved in acquisition of private lands. Once that is done, I will move to do some designs and present it to the residents of Tibo so that we can look at it.
Prime Minister Skerrit says the thought process behind the acquisition and piecing of small lots is to ensure that the community stays closely knit and within its own space.
So what I'm trying to avoid is to build homes for the people who need homes in Tibo outside of Tibo. Because once you do that, then you run the risk of causing the original Tibo to die in a sense, because the people who are going to move are younger people. The people who are going to move are children. And if you move younger people and children from a community, then you have a problem there in terms of activity. And so I'm trying to see how far we can keep as many people in Tibo by creating solutions within the space. So I had a very good meeting with the village council last week, and they also have bought into that concept. And following that meeting, I sent the Minister for Housing and her team to look at it and then advise me.
Meanwhile, plans have already begun for Christmas celebrations this year. Parliamentary representative for the Roseau Central constituency, Honorable Melissa Popon-Skerrit, is determined to bring back the Christmas spirit and cheer to Dominica. Honorable Popon-Skerrit is looking to introduce to Tibo the popular Santa's Mall at the request of her husband, Prime Minister the Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit. Last Thursday, the Roseau Central MP and her team met with the Tibo Village Council to discuss their proposals and begin preparations. The meeting bore fruit as members of the Tibo Village Council were satisfied with the guidance provided by Honorable Popon-Skerrit.
The Prime Minister instructed that this time he wanted his own Christmas district in the north in his constituency, similar to what we have done in Roseau for the past few years. And so I'm here with his team and the Tibo Village Council, who I met earlier, who expressed their views and their plans and suggestions and recommendations in terms of what they would like to see here on the Tibo playing field. But I can tell you it is going to be magnificent. We are going to give it the same touch as we do in Roseau. It's going to be a children's area. It's an opportunity for all the local vendors within this village as well as the surrounding villages to showcase their items. I told them to get ready, start preparing from now, especially those who have to maybe import some of the raw materials.
Honorable Popon-Skerrit says the Christmas district in Tibo will feature all things local, including talent. She says this initiative is all part of restoring the Christmas spirit in Dominica.
There's a lot of children with talents that we may not know about who's really looking for an avenue to be able to showcase their skills. And so they are working on this. They seem to be very excited. And it's another way for the community to come together. Everybody can come together to make this happen. The college students as well can gain credits from volunteerism in terms of their help in setting up and manning the booths. So this is going to be just as magnificent, as I said, like Roseau Central. It's another Christmas stop where even someone in Roseau can take a drive up or from anywhere in Dominica and have another experience of the Christmas cheer that we continue to spread across Dominica.
Preparations are also ongoing for the anticipated Santa's Mall in the city of Roseau. The initiative, which has been well received over the years, will see an even greater expansion this year.
In Roseau Central, I am also preparing for my Santa's Mall. I'm appealing to all vendors. There's a vendors call out. Get ready, get prepared, send your applications in because I will be coming to you very soon for us to start this process. Of course, it is going to be bigger and better. One thing I can tell you that it will not be on the bayfront this time, but seeing that I am expanding every year, I think I can't do what I have to do. I'm too restricted in terms of space on the bayfront, and I want it to be a little bit more accessible to the patrons who will be coming. So look out this year. It is going to be on another level, both in Roseau and the Tibo Vickers constituency.
Christmas is a time for joy and togetherness. These events are being implemented to do just that across the island. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. Be sure to follow GIS Dominica on Facebook, YouTube, and on Twitter. You can also drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm. From all of us here on the GIS News Production team, I am Julian Morris. Thank you for watching.